Hello everyone, myself Cypher Nomad, and today we're gonna look at the problem statement string task, in which we have a input as a string and we have to check if it has vowels in it, and we have to omit the vowels and print the string in a format like dot character and dot character, whichever the left from the input. So this is the statement here. Vowels are letters A, E, I, O, U, and Y, and rest are consonants. The program's input is exactly one string. It should return the output as a single string, resulting after the program's processing the initial string. So help Petya copy with the easy task. So let's look at the inputs and outputs. So this is our input. In tour string we have O and U as an vowel, so we're gonna remove that and print the remaining elements from the vector we are going to use as dot element and dot element. So this is the pretty much problem statement we have here. We're going to look at the code now. So this is the code. These are the pre-processing files. We're going to need include vector because we're going to use vector in the program. So this is the using namespace std, because if you don't want to use std colon cout, so we're gonna use using namespace std to, what do you say, if you don't want to use std. So this is the main function here. We declare a vector with character data type named word, after that string to get string from the user as an input. We're gonna take the string from the user. We're gonna create another vector with same data type character, and its name is result, to push the remaining letters or remaining characters in the result and print that result later. This is the for loop in which I have word.pushback function to push back the elements which are at the ith position of the temp. Temp is nothing but the string here. And this is the for loop to check if there is a vowel in the string element. I used a for each for loop. Its syntax is for auto element, or you can say variable, where and you have to provide the array, or you have to provide the vector name of the vector basically. This is the syntax of the for each loop if you don't know, and it is the if statement to check if there is vowel in the string, and if there is it will just what do you say, if there is not, because I use not equals to, and if there is a character which is not a vowel, it will push that character into the result vector. And after that we have for loop to print that element, whatever the elements are in the result vector. And so to do that we use size ti equals 0. This is the condition, so we don't go out of the bounds of the vector. Iteration incremented. And this is the if statement to check if the element is the last element in the vector, and if it is, turn that vector into lowercase. I used lowercase here because in the problem statement we see second input as a Codeforces, where the C is in uppercase but the output is in lowercase. This was a small detail I overlooked, and that caused me a lot of errors. You can see here in submissions. Where is my submission? Wait. Status Codeforces. Okay. You can see I have a lot of mistakes. I have done many mistakes here. Wrong answer at test 1, test 2, test 15, test 17. These are the wrong answers because of this one, because of this and lowercase. Then I updated the code with the result of I equals to 2 lowercase of result of I, and then I printed it with the dot because we have dot in the problem statement. Where is my problem statement? Man, I have to do it again and again. I don't know why. So difficulty level was between 1000 to 1300, and I usually do my task using this submission, which has lot of submissions, and with that I practice 2 to 3 problem statements daily, and this was the second one. So there is a dot operator. It is formatted string, so we have to change the format we output in, and we have to add dot at the prefix of each element of the result vector in which we stored our output. So, and if the element is not at the end, sorry, if the element is at the end, then we print dot and result, because it will sometimes print like this, dot t, dot r, and dot. And this dot, to remove this dot, I use this else statement. And this is the pretty much code I wrote. This was my second problem statement of the day, and yes, that's it. We use 2 vectors here. You can also use 1 vector and change the vector, and you can also use word dot erase in this rather than using this erase that begin word dot begin comma word dot end. You can also use this, but I use the hard coded method, which helped me to understand the problem, and I usually code in hard code way because it is much more simple to understand. It can sometimes give you efficiency error, and sometimes even go out of, what do we say, time exceeded error, but according to the problem I always change my method or implementation way. And this is the code for the string task. Done. So let me just submit the code so that you understand it's correct, and choose a file. You can face different issues with the test cases, because there are at least 17 test cases for this problem, and I don't know how many of them there are. Let's check the test cases. So there are total of 42 test cases for this problem statement. This is pretty much the code for the string task, and the difficulty level is between 1000 to 1300, and that's it. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to come along and be Mr. Nice Guy, and I'm going to undo the laws of the universe.